Welcome back. We're still with the program coordinator of the Save 1 Million Lives, Dr. Ibrahim Kana. Thank you for joining us once again.
Thank you.
We're still on this issue, the 2016 report, and really how this is affecting PHCs, or how PHCs just might be helped in one way or the other. Let's look at the deficiency of these equipments. You know, how bad is the situation, and where do you see us going from here?
Yeah, first of all, like we mentioned, the survey is not encouraging, but we are not discouraged as a government.
How do we address this
going
forward?
Moving forward is like already what we are doing as a country, as a federal government. Our main focus is the primary health care. Of course, we are paying attention also to secondary and tertiary services, but our focus is primary health care. And one can understand why. Bulk of our mothers and children actually access healthcare through the primary healthcare services. That is the primary healthcare centers in Nigeria. Therefore, it is only wise for us as a country to devote our attention, our resources, and our energy in revitalizing and making functional these PHCs.
Well, you know, so much talk goes on about how health sector should be revived. Everybody understands what this means for the country. The government talks about this, drums this, you know, in every state, and promises are made, but we are still at the same point where we found ourselves probably, you know, years ago. What's happening?
Now, we're moving forward. First of all, the fact that government has introduced this program, Saving 1 Million program for result, the federal government has realized that for us to really attain the services or the status that we desire for primary health care, we must actually put the states in front. And what we are doing now, federal government has introduced this program to be given funds directly to the states. And what we're saying here is that states should also focus their attention on the facilities.
Can you pinpoint the challenge really that is causing this disconnect to exist?
Yes. First of all, the survey even showed us how state governments are providing free healthcare services, yet people don't access services. The surveys have also showed us clearly that despite the free services, patients actually pay for services. The survey also showed us that in large percentage of primary healthcare workers at the facility level, most of the time they're on strike because of non-payment of salaries. Put all these things together, that accounts for a significant poor performance at the primary healthcare facility level. Now, moving forward, what we're telling the state government to do now is, one, conduct regular and objective supervision. Two, make sure you put the facilities in front. Fund the facilities directly. Give the facilities some level of independence.
As against what?
As against the previous system where you sit in your state capital and you say you are buying equipment and distributing to the facilities. Now what we are saying is that give the facilities some amount of money for them to run themselves through the Ward Development Committee. Let the community people actually take ownership of the facilities. And clearly, the results of the survey also showed us that states that actually conduct the performance-based financing, which you are putting the facility in front, i.e. Adamawa, Ondo, and Nasarawa states, clearly showed us that they are far ahead compared to other states in the Federation. Therefore, the earlier states recognize this fact that we must pay attention to our PHCs, give them some level of autonomy, not complete autonomy I'm talking about, but we're talking about even some financial independence. Give them funds to run the facilities themselves. Let them take ownership. Then you can hold them accountable.
Is that what decentralization of funds is all about?
That's what the decentralization is all about. Because right now we have a centralized system. We in Abuja were already decentralizing. That's what this P4R program is doing. We have the funds, but we are not buying any equipment from Abuja. We are not recruiting anybody anymore. We are not building any facility. We are now putting the states in front. And now we are now saying the states should also cascade the process. Put the facilities in front. Let them decide what they want to do. You don't stay in the state capital and decide you are building 10,000 or 100 facilities in each local government. There are already facilities. Some facilities have boreholes. Some don't have. So look at the problem of each facility. Let the facility themselves generate their problems. And you provide them with the funding and they solve the problems themselves.
But will there still be anyone to monitor when it's in the hands of the people?
Certainly there will be supervision. That's where supervision comes in. Abuja, we have laid our conditions for accessing the funds. We expect the states to do the same.
Like what conditions are you referring to?
Yeah, for us in Abuja, conditions are that there must be increase in number of women attending antenatal. There must be increase in number of women being screened for HIV during pregnancy. There must be increased number of healthcare workers at the facility. Here we're talking about skilled and trained health workforce to deliver women. We're talking about children being immunized promptly and efficiently. We're talking about children receiving vitamin A. We're talking about women receiving family planning commodities on time. Now, these are the conditions that were put for the states, and we assess them. As you are improving on this, we will now give you more money. And that's the performance for result. That's what it's all about. So what we are now asking the states to do, which we're already moving forward in that, is develop plans, conduct a bottleneck analysis in your state. Look at what problems do you really have mitigating the attainment of all these indicators. Then cost it and develop a plan that you address all that. Many states have done that.
How many states are moving with you?
Oh, most of the states are moving with us. Certainly you can't have everybody moving along with us, but I can tell you that many states are more than happy because they have been awakened. That look, business as usual is no longer fashionable. You must actually hold your workers accountable. Honorable Commissioner has been appointed by the governor. He is the chief health officer in the state. He must hold his health workers accountable, from his directors at the state ministry to his directors at the state agencies. We also have the state primary healthcare development agencies where we're operating the primary healthcare under one roof. This is one area that we're also advocating. So everybody is held accountable. So for the frontline worker who is working in the facility and he has been provided with everything with some degree of autonomy, what do you expect of him? He should go to the community and encourage community people to access services in his facility.
So we really hope that with this stringent measures put in place, we would see a drastic shift from the status quo.
Yes, it's
in a few months to come.
Yeah, it's a carrot and stick approach that we're doing now. You know, carrot and stick in the sense that instead of just providing money and giving money to the states, now we say, no, improve on this, we give you this. You don't improve, you don't get money. And what we intend to do really is you are competing with yourself. Each state is competing with itself. But at the same time, we have also created some level of competition among states in each zone and across the federation. By the end of this year, hopefully, Mr. President will actually give reward to the best performing state in each of the zones of the federation, up to $500,000 US. And the best performing state in the country will receive $1 million as gratification for doing well.
That was a promise by the president.
Absolutely, and that's part of the Saving $1 Million program for results. The money is there.
Well, Dr. Ibrahim Kana, thank you so much for your time and information on Dateline Abuja.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.